Guys, how's it going? Jimmy here with a Final Cut Pro tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 easy editing tips for faster workflow. I'm going to go straight into tip number 1, and that's your cursor tools. Learn these shortcuts first and your workflow becomes noticeably quicker. By selecting the cursor selection above your timeline, you'll see the keyboard shortcut next to each tool and take 5 minutes to learn what each one does. Here's the 3 that I use the most and the ones you'll probably use too. A for your main selection tool to move clips around and to trim clips. This will be your primary cursor tool. Press B for the blade tool when splitting clips into 2. And the P for position tool. This allows you to move clips around without the magnetic timeline snapping everything back together. Tip number 2 is skim through your clips. In the event folder where you imported your footage, skim through your visuals to eliminate the parts you don't need before going into your timeline. Select the clip and start skimming till you find the point you want the clip to begin and press I for your in point. Then continue to skim till you find your ending and press O for out point. Then simply click and drag into your timeline. For any talking parts such as vlogs or talking headshots, I find it easier to bring the whole clip into the timeline, and you can tell by the sound waves which parts you don't need. Tip number 3 is clip positioning and trimming. This comes in handy when you want to position a clip precisely where you want it to go. Select the whole clip and press the full stop key to shift the clip 1 frame to the right. And by pressing the comma key on your keyboard, shifts the clip 1 frame to the left. Use the same keys I've just shown you to trim a clip on either side, frame by frame. Tip number 4 is slow motion. This works best when filming in a higher frame rate. My timeline is 23.98 frames per second, and when I apply a clip that is higher than that, you can slow that clip down without losing quality. To know which clips are shot in a higher frame rate, click on the footage and press the I button in the inspector bar in the top right, and that will show you. To slow down the clip, select your clip, hold Ctrl, Option and R to bring up the custom speed. If you don't know how slow you can go before losing quality, press automatic and that will take it down to the lowest percentage possible. If there isn't an automatic option, then that clip can't be slowed down without losing quality. Notice how jittery this clip gets when you do. Soon I'll be releasing a video on speed ramping so you can learn more about slow motion, so click that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And our last tip, tip number 5, is effects. Start off by selecting the clip you want an effects to be applied to. Click your effects tab on the right side of your timeline and a big selection comes up for you to choose from, and some of these can look pretty cool. To preview an effect before applying it, make sure the clip you want is still selected, skim over the effect, and this will preview in your preview screen in the middle. To apply the effect, either double click the effect icon or drag and drop the effect onto your selected clip. Now guys, I've made a video on how to use the magnetic timeline if you are struggling with that. That video is suggested on your screen now. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one.